My father always told me, observe, my son, observe carefully, so you don't have to make the mistakes others make. And so I learned to observe carefully, precisely. And especially I learned to observe groups and the unwritten rules in groups. When you enter a group, and you know it from school, you know it from business, you know it from new countries, the unwritten rules are the most important ones. How do you behave to belong? How do you behave to become an affiliated and to be integrated? And how does a group exclude you? And I learned this, and I looked for patterns how to do it. So this became my business as well. I jump into companies, into cultures, and I look at the unwritten rules, and then we change them. We change them to the favor of the company, because the unwritten rules are very often the problem in organizations. That, for instance, you may complain and do not have to deliver solutions. That may be negative and without energy in meetings and make an hour without any output. Unwritten rules. And today I want to share with you the unwritten rules of authority and dominance in business. Authority and dominance in business. I learned to read them and I learned to copy them. But before we go into it, because it's a very sensitive topic, I want to give you a moral lesson on it. Because if I give you a powerful tool, you always need some moral background for it. Otherwise, you cannot deal with it properly. What is power? And how is it connotated in our society? Actually, it's very negative. When I talk about power, Macht in German, a lot of people say, Macht and power, it's something negative. I don't want Macht, I don't want power. We all should be the same. Yes, in a perfect world, yes. But past has shown that human beings need power and they always create hierarchy no matter what happens. Communism, for instance, is a really nice concept. It's a morally nice concept. I'm really a fan of it. The only thing is you cannot apply it to human beings because they need structure and they need hierarchy. They need superior and inferior. They need people who lead and they need people who follow. Please try it out. Put a lot of people who just follow in a team and see the output. They won't take decisions. And they will block themselves. They will hope for somebody who takes over power. And power comes with a price, of course. Nada por nada. It comes with a price. Because power and responsibility and ownership, the correlation coefficient is 1. That means the moment you have power, you're responsible. So it's nada por nada. It's nothing for nothing. So you need to deliver something for it. Power is a tool. Power is a powerful tool you're wearing on your belt. And how you deal with it depends on your morals. So power has no value itself. It becomes something through the person using or abusing it. Some people use it in favor to make the world a better place, and some people abuse it for their selfish reasons and to really present themselves and demonstrate themselves in a bad way. Why is power corrupting people since ever? You give people power, and most of them, I think more than 90%, are corrupted by it. That means they give up their idealism. They give up their values. They give up the good intentions they had before. Hugo Chavez, or in Cuba, or you can see a lot of people who gained power and suddenly became the evil themselves. Why is this? Because people are not stable and they don't know themselves. So there should be some obligation coming with power in the future to make it better. And it is consciousness. Consciousness and reflection. The moment you gain power, you have to be conscious about yourself, about your self-esteem issues, about your anger, about your personality, to really not abuse power and use it for the good.